let's address one of the biggest silent fear in real estate investments, the hidden traps. Not the obvious one. I'm talking about the ones that don't show up until you have made payments. If you've ever heard stories about land disputes, unexpected claims, settlements that never end, then you have already been introduced to what we call Omo Onile issues. I know you know what I'm talking about, right? Hi, I'm Aviod Blessing. Welcome to my 7 days real estate pain point series. And today is day 5, where I'll be talking about Omo Onile issues and hidden traps in buying any property in Lagos or anywhere in Nigeria, how to safely buy and how to avoid these traps. Before I go further, you should click the like button, turn on your bell notification and share with your friend, because you don't want to miss out on this information. And we have just 2 days to the end of this series, which I know that you've been enjoying every day of this series. Today I am breaking down hidden traps in real estate, what it means and how it affects you, and how to protect yourself. Firstly, I will discuss Omo Onile issue, and I'm sure we all know who the Omo Onile is. We know the meaning of Omo Onile, but in case we don't know, I will explain in a simplest terms. Omo Onile means individuals or families who claim ancestral ownership of land. Do we understand it? I will say it again. Omo Oniles are individuals or families who claim ancestral ownership of land. Now, stay with me. Here is where it gets very complicated. You might buy land from one person and suddenly another group shows up claiming ownership, or worse, they ask you to make another payment, even ask you to pay foundation fee, roofing fee, fencing fee, and all the fee possible after you already made payment for that land. It is not always illegal activity. Sometimes it is poor documentation, other times it is outright exploitation. Either ways, the outcome is the same: confusion, financial loss, and in extreme case, loss of property itself. Most of these problems come from one core issue: lack of proper due diligence. Stay with me. Let me come again. One of the major causes of this issue is lack of proper due diligence. I always say this in all my videos. Before you buy any land, before you make that payment, verify documents, verify the owner of land, so you will never fall victims to Omo Onile. I know what I'm saying because I've had clients and I've had stories of how people fall victims for Omo Onile issues, and it is not nice. Many buyers are in a hurry. They see a cheap land deal and they move fast. But in real estate, speed without verification is expensive. Oh. Let me simplify due diligence into 3 critical steps. Step 1, verify ownership. Ask who truly owns the land, not who is selling it, but who legally owns the land. This requires checking government record and in some cases, family lineage, in case it's an ancestral land. You understand what I'm saying? Number 2, check the title. Does it have a certificate of occupancy, aka C of O, governor consent, Gazette, or is it still under Excision? Because each title tells a story and determines your level of security of that property. Step 3, investigate the seller. Is the seller credible to sell that property? Are there any authorized seller? Are you dealing with a family representative, a community head, or a random agent? One wrong assumption here can cost you everything. I have seen investors pay for land only to abandon it years later due to disputes. I have seen people build halfway and got stopped. I have seen buyers pay twice for the same land just to settle issues. Listen, due diligence is very important when you are buying any property. So investors fall victims not because real estate is bad, but because the process was rushed and ignored. Here is a perspective you need to adopt to. Real estate rewards those who are patient, informed, and strategic. That is why I always advise my investors, I'm saying it again, before you buy any property, always verify. And if at all you want to buy property, make sure you buy from a reliable real estate company. They have done all due diligence and you don't get to go through any of the Omo Onile issues in any way. So buying from a credible real estate company save you the stress of Omo Onile issue or community head issue or any ancestral family land. You don't get to go through it because real estate companies have gone through that and they've paid due diligence, they've done their due diligence, they've paid for verification, documentation, and everything. So you are just coming to buy, pay, and get your documentation. You are all covered. Now, I would like to hear from you. Have you ever experienced or heard stories about Omo Onile issues? Drop your experience in the comment section. I will be reading everyone. My name is Oluwashiri Abidemi Blessing. Welcome to my 7 days real estate pain point series, and tomorrow I'll be discussing something more bigger, documentation issues, and I know you don't want to miss it. So join the series and don't miss out on any of the day. Bye and see you tomorrow.